Greetings. Today, the moon goes through philosophical Sagittarius before entering systems-oriented Capricorn around 2:52 p.m. Pacific time. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Saturday, November 22nd. So as we continue with the Sagittarius moon energy, we are, as I've mentioned, thinking about the bigger picture. So getting some perspective, some opportunity to reflect and think about the meaning and how it impacts our understanding or our beliefs. And we go through that Sagittarius energy, which also helps us to get outside of our own limited thinking. So travel, right, is associated with Sagittarius energy, as is travel in your mind. So getting into new philosophies, new ideas, new perspectives, new ways of thinking. So we can travel physically by going new places. We can also travel through exploring new ideas. And these are all options as we think about this expansive Sagittarius moon vibe. So if you are getting ready to travel for the holidays or maybe doing some travel, it's a good time to really open yourself to what is a way of seeing things that you couldn't connect with before because maybe you were immersed in the day-to-day or just seeing things through your own perspective. So that experience of travel can expose you to different ways of seeing and talking about things, which can, if you're open to it, open your own thinking. And not that somebody is going to convince you or you're going to convince someone else to, do a 180 in terms of beliefs, but instead thinking about it as how does someone else's explanation or someone else's way of thinking about something help you to see more clearly how to articulate where you are coming from or find the right words or the way to tell a story that expresses more authentically, more, coming from a genuine place of expressing what is true and meaningful to you. So opening your mind and your heart just a little bit to explore those edges, to grow in your own thinking, to grow in your own understanding, maybe gathering new perspectives and information that can inform you in your own philosophical beliefs or ways of thinking about things or ways of understanding. And then as the moon shifts into Capricorn, depending on your time zone, it'll, for most of us, be later in the day. So that energy of Capricorn getting organized. And we have a Capricorn moon later Saturday afternoon and then all day Sunday. So maybe your weekend will be focused on getting the things organized, maybe organizing your garage, maybe cleaning your kitchen. I don't know what it might be for you, but focusing on what is supportive to your foundations, right? So giving that deeper attention to the foundations and the systems that are going to support you in your daily life so that you don't have to think about it, right? Get it organized, get it where it needs to be, and do that planning so you can just execute on your plan. You can just move forward with that clarity of what you're doing and feeling that support of, an organized garage, right? How does that make you feel at that level? Like, have you established some sort of order or control over the chaos and the ways that we establish that order that helps us to feel supported, that can help us not feel so stressed because we have things in order, we have a plan, we have things organized. So there may be something speaking to you and some area of focus that is going to be helpful to you as you think about what's going to support you, what kind of foundations are going to help you going forward. Maybe make some meals ahead of time, put them in the freezer, right? It's something that you don't have to think about later. That will make you feel supported. Maybe it's getting a filing system down or putting away things that have been creating clutter. So all of those things would fit with that energy, and attending to your body and your physical needs as well with that Capricorn energy. We do have, as the moon enters Capricorn, we have the sun now in Sagittarius as well. And the sun, so we have Mars in Sagittarius, sun in Sagittarius. So that energy of exploration, of discovering new territories, of expanding our hearts and minds, of taking leaps of faith. And as the as the sun enters Sagittarius, it forms a sextile with Pluto, and that activates the double sextile outer planet formation that has been in place for several months now. So the sun, again, is coming into position to activate what is called a cradle in astrology. So we have 3 sextiles. So just to picture it, if you draw a triangle, equal three-sided triangle, and then draw another triangle. So one with the point pointing up, another triangle on top of that with the point pointing down to make a 6-pointed star, right? Really simple drawing. And now you take 4 of those points, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what do you have? You have half of a star, but you also have 4 of the 6 points, if that makes sense. So essentially, that's what we get with the sun in a sextile, or 60 degrees of separation from Pluto, Pluto at 60 degrees of separation from Neptune, Neptune at 60 degrees of separation from Uranus, and Uranus and the sun opposite Uranus in that cradle. So that's what a cradle is. And that energy is really opening, it's really supportive, it's really helping us in that sense of supporting whatever direction we're moving in. It also has that sun opposite Uranus energy, so instability, uncertainty, but also the opportunity for insights. And again, now that we're more in the Sagittarius vibe, whereas last week we were more in the Scorpio vibe, now we have a little bit more of an ability to see things from the bigger picture and begin to make meaning of what is unfolding, what is transpiring, and the ways that we make meaning are changing and expanding and moving into new territory, so that we can use that meaning, that philosophy, those beliefs that are helping us understand things in the bigger picture. And that will be our operating philosophy going forward. So that can always be attended to and adapted as we move forward, to look at how are we viewing things? What are our beliefs here? What are our assumptions here? Because those might change as new information is revealed. So that's the idea here, is that we examine our beliefs and our assumptions and allow them to adapt and adjust and grow as we learn new information. So those are my thoughts for today. We do have that Capricorn moon all day on Sunday, so a good opportunity to clean your garage, make your meals ahead of time, do some planning, whatever that may be for you. So thanks for being here, and I am excited to let you know that I now have my lunar node class on Taurus available. So go to transformationalastrology.com. And while you're there, sign up for a free or paid account if you want to support this work. And you will be able to see all the lunar node classes and get notified as soon as they are released. And everybody has their lunar nodes somewhere. It helps you to see your way forward. It helps you to understand what holds you back and why you're not crazy when you feel anxiety that isn't connected to anything that's real or tangible. Really, really helpful in understanding your own emotional patterns and baggage and why we do the things we do as human beings. So if you're not sure where your lunar nodes are, I'm actually going to put a link for the birthday chart where you can easily look up your lunar nodes on the chart or your birthday on the chart to see where your lunar nodes are. And then you can see if it's Aries or Taurus, I have those classes available. If it's a different one, they're coming. So stay tuned and grab that account or that membership at transformationalastrology.com. And thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. I will see you next time. Bye for now.